Her a warm round of applause.
Every day is a fashion show and the world is your runway. I am Antrechelle Dorsey and I will be speaking about the Mercedes-Benz New York Fashion Week. We are now live from New York on live feed at this moment. Enjoy the show. The New York Fashion Week is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. It is a series of fashionable events. These events are showcasing international fashion collections to the press, buyers, and the general public. New York Fashion Week is one of 4 major fashion weeks of the world. Together with Paris, London, and Milan, all 4 are collectively called the Big 4. This year's spring events run from February the 12th to the 19th. According to the New York City Economic Development Corporation, Fashion Week generates an estimated $532 million in direct visitor spending annually, which translates to $865 million in total economic impact. Now, because the space is so tight, New York Fashion Week tickets are only given to celebrities, editors, and fashion insiders. So if you don't know any of these people, you will be watching a live stream like we are doing right now. Designers pay for their own fashion shows. And ladies and gentlemen, those catwalks, they do not come cheap. The HuffPost reports the cost for renting the Lincoln Center alone ranges from $15,000 to $50,000. This does not include hair, makeup, models, or anything else that allows a fashion show to run smoothly. This year's spring show list features some of the world's most common fashionable household names: BCBG Maximera, Kate Spade, Vera Wang, Tory Burch, Nicole Miller, and Zach Posen, and this is just to name a few. Now let's get into some cheers and jeers of this week's fashion. Cheers goes out to Miss Kylie Jenner. As you know, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians baby sister is desperately trying to find her own identity. And she made her solo debut in the Fashion Week at her brother-in-law Kanye West's show. So cheers to Kendall Kylie Jenner. See, that's why she needs her own identity. Cheers to Kylie Jenner. Now, cheers goes to baby Northwest. Not only did she ruin one front row appearance, she ruined 2. Little baby Northwest showed us just how loud she can cry when she's she's having a very normal baby tantrum in a very abnormal place for a child. Sitting next to Beyonce and Enda Wintour, but Northwest was totally unimpressed, and she began to cry right before her dad's show, and she had to be escorted out. 2 days later, sitting next to Nicki Minaj, she did the same thing. She began to cry again because she was just tired. This is not a place for a child. Thank goodness, at this show, for the Alexander Wayne Spring Collection show, thank goodness for Auntie Kylie Jenner, who started the show, and that dried baby North's tears. Now let's talk about the hero of Fashion Week. I just want to share this.
Fashion Week is underway here in New York. The annual event is known for its cutting-edge styles and headline-grabbing events.
And this year, all eyes are on one extraordinary model who is turning heads and lifting hearts. ABC's Lana Zach has the story.
Amid pumping beats and flashing lights, history is being made with these first confident steps. Jamie Brewer is the very first model with Down syndrome to ever take on the catwalk at a New York Fashion Week show.
It changes. It changes yourself, and it also changes the world.
At designer Carrie Hammer's show, her models have never walked a runway before. They're successful professionals, making their way through life as role models, not runway models.
I'm most looking forward to putting the most amazing women in the world on the runway and inspiring other women.
Among them, top executives, philanthropists, activists, and one very special actress, Jamie.
Jamie North, with these bold and confident steps, she was crowned the very first Down syndrome model ever in Fashion Week's history. Carrie Hammer showed us that the world is not about fashion, but it's about style. And according to, in the words of Margaret Oliphant, oh, never mind the fashion. When one has style of its own, it's always 20 times better. Thank you.
Thank you, Antrechelle. Questions? So there's no way to get tickets.
There is absolutely, and it actually said that if you are an insider, that is the only way for you to get tickets.
How did they find Jamie to be a model?
Jamie, if you watch American Horror Story Freak Show, she is an actress, and I love that show. So she was picked by Carrie Hammer, along with the other ladies who are philanthropists, marketing execs, CEOs, just regular everyday women.
Can you repeat that name of the fashion designer?
Carrie Hammer. Yes.
Hammer or Hammer?
Hammer.
So since many people can't get into this event, is it aired publicly?
Absolutely, just like we saw it live here via live stream, this is why they started doing it.
So that was actually happening?
What we saw today was actual live happening, the runway, that was an actual live show going on.
Wow.
Yes, I wanted, we all went to Fashion Week today. For this spring show in New York, it starts from February the 12th, and it ends tomorrow, well, it ends the 19th. And this happens semi-annually in February and in September in all 4 places, Paris, Milan, London, and New York. So this is New York's Fashion Week. Great questions, guys. Any other questions?
All right, thank you.